We have step ladder bowling tonight. In our first match, 5th seeded and 2019 Queens champ Dasha Kovalova takes on newcomer to TV Karine Acuff. The 3 seed recently graduated college star from Stephen F. Austin, Karine Acuff. Number 2 seed 2014 Queens winner Maria Jose Rodriguez. And the top seed is Lindsay Boomershine, seeking her first career PWBA Tour title. Time now, Kelly, for a future for the sport. Oil pattern 45 feet.
Yes, the women did bowl on 45 feet, all the way at the end of that white, meaning only 15 feet to the head pin and the pocket. We also bowled on 28 milliliters of oil. There's a lot of blue on that lane, especially in the front and the mid body of the lane itself. We bowled on Kegel ice conditioner, and it forced this pattern for the women to play extremely outside around the 3-4-5 board. The miss has to be inward or towards their left shoulder in that follow through. And you'll see them parallel left and use it as hold down lane to control that 1-3 pocket. It was a very low scoring pace most of the time. We'll see how the ladies fare tonight on this telecast, Dave.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our number 5 seed from Muskegon, Michigan, Dasha Kovalova.
Time to bowl in Vegas. Originally from Ukraine, went to Wichita State, now a Michigander. Dasha gets us started tonight. 2-8 double wood.
Only the first shot of the match. Again, 45 feet of lane pattern, 28 milliliters. It was a heavy, heavy volume. What benefited the women in the matches is most often they all played in the same area, so they built in friction into the lane itself. It'll be a while to see who works their way up through the step ladder, but we're going to see common leaves like that 2-8 most of the evening.
Two-8 double wood. Covers nicely, good start. Deliberate for Dasha. A former champion trying to win again here tonight in Vegas.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our number 4 seed from Surprise, Arizona, Karine Acuff.
From just outside Phoenix, 4 seed. TV debut, Kelly, she's got to be so nervous right now.
She is. I spoke to her early before the practice session even started, and I said, just get the first one off your hand and everything will be downhill from there. So fighting a little anxiety, some nerves, and welcoming here to the first TV telecast of her career.
Right lane, Correen, good start. Blisters the rack, and off 10 in the pit. Getting it off her hand might not be easy. Severely injured her right bowling hand yesterday in the final rounds of qualifying and match play.
If you watch Corinne's delivery, right? She starts with that left foot, so 5-step approach. Ball just hinges into the swing. Not a very high backswing. Everything is still very upright from her legs to her body, and then the ball is shoulder height. As she starts to drive forward and pushes off that power step, everything is just in alignment. Left arm's out to the side. Great extension follow through. That was her asset of her physical game is her follow through.
Left lane for the first time. Nice start. I guess the hand's just fine. We talked to her pre-show in practice, and I said, put a number on it. How do you feel? 10%, 20, 90? She said 15%. It hurt so badly. She worked with a brace in practice. See the tape on the right wrist. She wasn't sure exactly what it was, but she couldn't shake our hand last night. It hurt that badly.
Exactly, and she's a nurse by trade, so she knows a little bit about the body and what to do to prep and to alleviate some of that pain. But she made it through the last 2 matches with it to get her to the telecast tonight. So she knows what she needs to do to endure it and prosper.
Back to Dasha. Missed the pocket, pays the price.
2-8-10, almost an impossible spare to make. Watch her delivery about 5-6 down the lane. You can see the lighter, darker brown boards there. The ball is just not slowing down enough. Now again, a lot of that's due from the oil, a lot of it's due from the surface of the bowling ball itself, the early friction in the front part of the lane, And it's almost as if the lane was about another 10 or 15 feet longer. It would have been a great, solid shot. Speed, control, and execution were crucial all week long.
Two 8-10. Just the 8s.
Yeah, you could see
Loses
even on
count.
that spare, just the ball is still struggling to get towards the pocket or the 2-8 spare.
Some quick advice from a tour rep. Won the 2019 USBC Queens in Wichita, which at the time was her hometown. Very talented graphic artist. An extraordinary talent. So thankful, happy all of us are that her parents have fled Ukraine with the war going on there. Everyone is safe, even her pets, the dogs, were able to be transported over. And Oksana and Sergey are here tonight, her folks.
So after a 2-8 and a 2-8-10, she makes a ball change on the left lane. Almost gets back up the hill for the flat 10 pin. Now, I did observe the women bowl during the practice. They get 10 minutes of practice before the TV show. The lights go on for competition. The right lane does seem to be much, much tighter. So the fact that Correen finishes on the left lane might be a huge advantage, a disadvantage for Dasha. But the right lane plays much, much tighter.
Already a 25-pin hole here. So Dasha's going to have to rally. She's a homeowner now. Excited when she moved to Michigan, chance to buy her first house.
Hey.
Any player rolls a 300 game during tonight's telecast will receive a $10,000 bonus courtesy of GoBowling.com. Visit GoBowling.com to find local bowling centers, get tips from the pros, and for all the latest news and information about your favorite sport, bowling.
300 game on this. Whew.
Hasn't happened the entire week.
I think 220 was
Unlikely.
my high all week long, Dave.
Oh, challenging conditions. And she is battling a pretty bad injury with that right hand. This fire's there, almost a bucket leave, and the double wood again. We've seen that a couple times.
Yeah, and now for my accuracy, that was exactly on line. It's the same shot, maybe just 1 or 2 tenths faster. You can see 5, 6, 7. You can see, so light board here is 5. The ball is on the center of the ball is around 7, 8, right there. Same alignment as before. Look at the colors on the ball, trying to change direction, trying to slow down, just not early enough. That can either be resolved with a little bit of lofting or, again, slowing the ball speed down slightly.
Looks good, covers nicely. Started her collegiate career at Robert Morris of Chicago, then to Lindenwood, well-known collegiate bowling power. Finished out at Grand Canyon in Phoenix to get her degree leading up to her nursing career. Neuro PCU nurse, progressive care unit, working with stroke victims. Busy, 3 kids at home and nursing.
And bowling full-time on tour this year.
Still finding time to be as bowling starts. Something else, left lane.
Push, push.
It did listen quite well to you, Correen.
Yep. As coaches too, right? We're always looking for one thing as a ball rep and as a coach. We're looking either for recovery, meaning more friction on the outside so the ball will recover from that area if you miss outward, or we're looking for hold if you miss inward. Well, because again, the length of the pattern, all you could do was play the hold.
Let's go back to CDB.
So, Kelly, you are right on the money with that right lane. Speaking with the ball reps, they say the right lane for all the players is much tighter down lane. They have opted to use surface to combat the problem, except for Dasha, who opted not to use as much surface and wanted to try to use the ball speed a little bit slower on the right lane. Left lane, they all had a little bit more hook off of the end of the pattern.
Thanks for that report, Carolyn. That's exactly right. I'd like to always reconfirm with the ball reps too, so we're seeing exactly correct. Dasha's going to lower her ball speed a little bit. Again, they're both in that same area. You can see the ball already on an inward direction towards the pocket, board 17 at the 1-3 pocket. It has to be going in that direction to give them a max amount of carry, and again, controlling that pocket.
If Dasha does not strike about her 300.
Left lane playing differently. Really good shot there. And gets going after a tough start to the match here.
6-7, you can see the ball has to have that inward angle direction. Ball goes off to the left side of the pin deck. Good adjustment after the first 2 frames.
Only Maria Jose Rodriguez and Dasha have titles. Entering the show tonight, we have some real history with the first-time winner. Acuff brand new to TV here tonight in Vegas. Looks good. Music is killing us. Please stop the music. Acuff left lane. Trip 10 pin. Great shot. Had a good start for a TV debut. I guess the hands feel just fine, Kelly. Historical center here in Las Vegas. Great to be back.
I gotta say, Dave, the upgrades are wonderful, but after being gone from this facility for almost 20 years, it was like walking back in time and nothing had changed. The upgrades are great. It was wonderful to be back in this facility.
Awesome place, no doubt. Okay, Dasha out of the break. Looks for the turkey. Big shot for her, 6th frame. Almost the dreaded 7-10, almost a strike, and just a 7 pin for her coming up.
Yeah, she definitely has her swing grooved into the line or angle that she's playing. Again, the miss has to be left, so you're going to actually, what you're used to playing up the lane, like straight up 7, straight up 10, straight up 12, and so forth. No, now you're going to kind of go 6 to 7 or 7 to 8. She's sliding about 12 at the foul line. Notice the ball is already on an inward motion towards the pocket. Light hit, anything could happen. They both could fall. Luckily, the 7 pin is only standing.
Cross lane, single pin, spare conversion, got that. 3rd place last week at the PWBA Go Bowling Spokane Open. So 2nd finals round appearance for her this year. But she's in a big hole against Karine Acuff in her TV debut tonight. Bowled well in Washington. Won by Sherry Tan, the top seed over Jordan Richard, 237-205 in the final. Needs a strike here. Make things interesting. Delivers left lane.
And those of you tuning in, if you watch the USBC Masters, if you watch the ITC Collegiate Championship on the men's side, this pattern is the same pattern, almost identical to what the men bowled on the USBC Masters. I believe it was a foot longer and a little bit higher volume. Takes in consideration for the amount of rev rate, rotations per minute that the men can induce to the ball. Correen looking to extend her lead even more by adding another strike on the board.
Win probability way up there for Acuff. Looks for the 4-bagger in the 7th. 44 pin lead. 7 pin stands. Well, Correen told us last night she was really nervous about being on TV. Doesn't like to speak in front of people, has some anxiety when that happens. She wasn't sure what was going to happen under the bright lights tonight, but she's bowled so well so far. Yeah,
I think she was more afraid of being interviewed than she was of actually bowling. And she did commit this year. She signed up for tour to be a full-time member. After this hand injury, I'm not sure if she'll be moving on to Grand Rapids, which is where the women will be heading to after Memorial Day, but she's proving herself right now on TV at the Queens.
Just enough for 7 pin. Tomorrow, 3 Eastern, it's a must-see matchup on the pitch. Fiorentina tries to knock off current title holders. 8 dominant Inter in this year's Coppa Italia final. See who claims victory right here on CBS Sports Network and streaming live on Paramount Plus. Great soccer is coming your way on CBS Sports Network.
Yeah, right back on that. X on the board for Correen. She's extending her lead again. 8th frames down. I do feel, again, for her finishing on the left lane was a slight advantage. Dasha got a rocky start out of the gate. Down by 33, looking in the 8th frame.
Time is now here, KK.
Yes, it is.
Looks for the double. Cut it to 23. Maybe 13 into the foundation frame to put some pressure on Acuff. Must have for Dasha, right lane.
It's got to slow down.
Just enough. And Mama's here again, as we said. Left lane needs it again. 4-pin stand, stubborn.
So only a 213 max score for Dasha. This one here, so we said the left lane had a little bit more friction. Carolyn had great reporting. A little bit more hook in front of the head pin. You can see it's just slightly inward. That hold's starting to go away because of all that early friction being built up in the front. The ball's going to slow down as soon as they released off your hand, folks. Leaves the high 4-pin.
Well, bowled well at Spokane. Has bowled well here, obviously, to get to the show. The 5th seed. 4-pin, enough of that. She said it was last night. The first event out of the gate in Stockton was gross for her. That's the term she used. It didn't bowl well. Didn't make the cut, but now things look like they're really rolling in the right direction for Dasha.
Pun intended, right,
yes,
Dave?
It was intended.
Yeah, I think she just missed cashing, actually, in the first event in Stockton. Then made the show back-to-back, so she's, again, like you said, on a roll, Dave. But Correen has definitely got the upper hand.
Foundation frame, big lead. Now it's about slamming the door shut. Nothing wrong with that. 10-pin stands.
You can see again 7. Both ladies are controlling that 7-8 part of the lane. The ball is rolling forward, not quite enough. It's still got a lot of energy left in it. Flat 10. You can see it deflect just to the right, leaning towards that 9-pin. Cross lane for the spare. She makes the spare. She just needs good count in the 10th.
Oh. But it's into the channel. It's a whip, and the match changes drastically with the open frame.
Yeah, now her max score, if she strikes out, 225, and she will shut out Dasha. Dasha can still shoot 213. So a mark in 9, and she will win.
See if that rattles her. First ever TV appearance. Wants to avoid trouble here, left lane. Okay.
She gets to do it all over again.
We just did this.
Yep. Now again, a mark in 9. She gets to rewrite history here. Great shot. She's doing everything she's supposed to do. Repeating, executing. 6-pin just falls flats in front of the 10-pin.
How hard is it now? You just missed one to take care of the 10-pin.
You think about numbers. This is where the facts come into play. You shoot a 10-pin, it's like a foul shot for a basketball player. You probably shoot 1 million or so in your lifetime as something repetitive. You shoot it like you never miss it.
This time, right down the middle on it. That's got to feel good too.
Yep. Yep.
Hit it flush.
Now,
Perfect.
she hasn't missed the pocket. She has been so consistent. Everything is either strike or 9, strike or 9. She had that 8 count in the one frame, but really, really consistent. If she just does what she's been doing, 9 pins, she moves on to the next match.
Nine for the win. How about 10? Karine Acuff advances. First career TV appearance with a severely injured right hand. And she wins over Dasha. Karine is next. Via her professional TV debut comes up from Vegas. Acuff advances. Match 1 goes to TV newcomer Karine Acuff, the 4 seed from Surprise, Arizona. 215-190 win over Dasha Kovalova, thanks to 7 strikes in the opening match.